Guys, and welcome back to the Gcor Unlimited Racing 2D2 Championship. Today is the pre-season test at Bahrain, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Today we have 3 laps of qualifying to replicate the laps that the drivers will be doing in pre-season. And yeah, it will be interesting to see what the drivers can do. Today, Williams, obviously, they still have their upgrades, but Audi have brought some, well, half of their upgrades. I mean, first of all, let's speak about this though. Rain in Bahrain, you don't see that every day. Do not see that every day. Russell doing quite well there. But yeah, no, Audi have brought some upgrades. So Luigi be seeing if those upgrades can work well. Colapinto at the front of the pack, as we saw in the practice race a few days ago. Which is no surprise, to be honest. Russell doing well. Leclerc. Further back we have Max. Lewis, he managed to bag pole position actually in the practice race that we did at Catalonia. He was unable to convert that to a race victory, but definitely they were very, very good signs. Obviously almost all of the teams are going to be bringing upgrades to race 1, so definitely be there at Australia, because the challenging pack will definitely be, it could be anyone. Honestly, it could be anyone's race 1 to win, because obviously right now the Williams are favourite, but they are the only team to have brought upgrades. Even though Audi have brought upgrades, it's only half the upgrades, it's not even the whole thing. So be interesting to see what can happen. Haas, you can see Haas is struggling a lot. Colapinto bags pole, unsurprisingly, in that Williams. Very, very comfortable he is in that Williams. Leclerc P2, Russell P3. With Max Verstappen, Beganovic and Camera up to P6. Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton P7, P8. Kimi Antonelli P9 with Jack Doohan P10. Hadjar and Dune will be on the 6th row with Vestia and Lawson on 7th. Aaron and Jack Crawford, P15, P16 with Mini P17, Soilov P18, and both Hasses at the back of the pack. They'll definitely be wanting some sort of upgrade to change their fortunes. But anyways, let's go. Lights out and away we go here for the pre-season Grand Prix. Colapinto gets a very good start. Leclerc, decent start, and Russell, the front 4, should I say. Even front 5, getting away very cleanly. Down the inside, George Russell goes. Everyone's on softs in the top 3. Verstappen's out there on hard, so we'll see how long he can go and what he can do. As I say that, Beganovic gets past him. Up at the front, George Russell sends it on Colapinto, manages to make it stick as well, so he takes P1 for now. Obviously, battery will be recharging under braking and off throttle. Lando will try to go around the outside of Max. No, he can't. Rain, once again, is predicted to come, so that's gonna throw another span in the works. Hadjar out there fighting with Camera. Camera is being given a penalty for, I'm guessing, pushing Hadjar off the track. The rain has now begun. At the front, it's still George Russell. George, he boxes. Everyone will box though. Will it be for inters? Will it be for wets? The answer is wets. Full wets. So everyone's going on to full wets. We don't know how long this rain's going to stay for. There's the answer, I guess. Not very long. Clouds coming soon, but definitely George Russell. What a performance from him right now so far. Colapinto's used ours as well. It's not even like George has used his battery and has nothing left. Further back, Max Verstappen fighting Lando Norris. Max Verstappen's got a really good run on Lando now. Down the inside, Lando has no battery to use, and he's got him. He's got him. The rain has now come to an end, so the track will be wet for a little bit. But yeah, definitely very, very weird. I mean, what would you even call that? Is that global warming? Is that just a weird phenomenon? Because we don't be seeing rain every day here in the desert. Anyways, further back, Lewis Hamilton, head of Max Verstappen. Definitely these two are going to have a little squabble, but George Russell, I think George Russell has been the man to impress. I mean, In the practice race, he was quite quiet, minding his own business. But today, he's taken this race by the scruff of the neck and he's leading. Will he box now for the dries? No, he stays out. Colin Pinto likewise. So who will be the first driver to box? Obviously, I know there's still a little bit of rain. But I reckon if you... Yeah, there, Hadjar. Hadjar does just that. For the dries, for the hards. So he can go six laps on those hards. And yeah, everyone begins to follow. Everyone begins to follow. Up at the front, George Russell's he's in a tussle with Colapinto, and Colapinto definitely does force him off the track, but manages to make the move stick. He will definitely box now. There, Colapinto boxes, Russell and Leclerc follow. So we'll see what the drivers can do. A lot of them going onto the hard tyres, trying to make it till lap 10. Who's that on softs? Lando's on softs. So Lando will be quick. But there's Hadjar. Hadjar definitely managed to gain a couple positions during the pit stop phase. Further up, George has managed to get past Franco Colapinto once again on the hard tyres. But Colapinto at the same place he overtook George last lap, he gets him again. These two are definitely going to be fighting it out. George has a little bit more Will he send it? Yo, he had a look, but he's still there. George is still there down the inside of turn 4, and he makes it stick. George Russell makes the move stick. Very good move, and he's got more battery than Colapinto too, which he can use to defend. Max Verstappen's not had his best pre-season, but never doubt out the Flying Dutchman. As we saw last time, I mean literally the last couple laps of the Grand Prix, Max started banging in fastest lap after fastest lap. Just missed out on the podium in the practice race in Catalonia. There he is, gaining on Lando. Will he send it now? Ooh, goes slightly wide, you know. He definitely had a thought though. Definitely had a cheeky thought about it. Hadjar down the inside of Camara. Obviously Audi also have the new upgrades, and Hadjar manages to make the move stick. Very good move by Hadjar. Hadjar's on all the tyres as well. Obviously he was the first driver to box for the dries. Colapinto is back ahead of George. How long can those mediums go for though? Colapinto goes slightly wide. He manages to survive this time at least. Grid now beginning to spread out. And there, George he's caught right back up to Colapinto. And what I've realized about the Alpine, and like I said, they've not brought upgrades. The only team to have brought all of their upgrades is Williams, as we see George Russell go down the inside. Good move down the inside and gets caught behind Latifi in the traffic. But the only team to bring upgrades is the Williams, and yet that Alpine seems to have really good battery management, you know. I mean, every time we get on board with Russell, he's got a decent chunk of battery, of electrical energy inside the battery. Colapinto, he could lose out to Leclerc here if he's not careful. And definitely, this is what McLaren would have wanted. Colapinto sends it, absolutely sends it. But this is definitely what McLaren would have wanted. They had a very, very quiet practice race. Nothing really much to say about them. Obviously, they have the big sponsor in Apple, and obviously all that pressure and prize money that comes with having such a sponsor. Their goal is, as Hadjar goes around the outside of Max Verstappen, Verstappen keeps it in and gets right back past him, same as Beganovic. But definitely having a sponsor like that will lead to very, very difficult goals, as if we see the front two are fighting it out again. Colapinto and Russell. Leclerc joins the party. Leclerc will go down the inside. No, not this time. Definitely the back markers are playing their part. Leclerc has a little think again, but no, once again. How quickly will Mazepin get out of the way? He's still there. Still, Colapinto is definitely losing time. Definitely losing time there. Max Verstappen's definitely, the Red Bull have not had a very good pre-season test. Obviously, like I've been saying, the whole pre-season test and practice races we see Leclerc in, definitely those tires will get him to the end of the race. 4 stops, that's crazy. Oh, Russell sends it down the inside. Super aggressive from the Brit. And he makes it stick, but Colapinto's there down the inside. Russell used a lot of battery to make the move stick. And Colapinto's back ahead of him. I think George might pit now. George will definitely pit now, surely. There! George is in. George is in. Colapinto will stay out. He's going to the end. Colapinto is definitely going to the end. Hamilton likewise. But yeah, back onto the who was I talking about? Was it McLaren? I think it was McLaren. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. But now definitely they have the objective of winning the title with the sponsor that they've signed. So definitely a lot of pressure on McLaren. But if we can focus back on this Grand Prix, Leclerc is chasing Hamilton down quickly. First, he's going to have to lap his teammate. I don't think Leclerc will be able to even challenge for the race lead. Colapinto's on the final lap, but his tyres are going. I mean, Jack Crawford has just managed to unlap himself. He's just managed to unlap himself on the last lap. Hamilton is now P2, fighting Leclerc. Leclerc's going to send it. No, not this time. Will he go around the outside on the fresh softs? Or should I say fresher softs? No, he won't be able to do it. So Colapinto takes the race win here in the pre-season Grand Prix, going back to back. Hamilton P2, Leclerc P3, George Russell came quite close in P4, Lando P5, Beganovic P6. A disappointing day for Red Bull and Max Verstappen in P7, with Frederick Vesey P8, Camara P9 with the newly upgraded Audi, and Isaac Hadjar finishing off the top 10. Liam Lawson follows with Mini P12. Antonelli just about beating Jack Doohan to the line. Again, another disappointing day for Mercedes. Crawford P15, Aaron P16, Alex Doohan. I mean, compared to his teammate, he will definitely be quite disappointed finishing that low down. But with that said, it is only pre-season. Toilov P18 with both Haas drivers of Mazepin and Latifi at the back. They'll definitely be needing some upgrades before round 1 at Australia. But yeah, no, thank you for joining me today for the pre-season test at Bahrain. Next Grand Prix is obviously, like I said, at Australia, so definitely tune in. All of the teams will have their upgrades, so let us know who you think is going to be fighting at the front. And without further ado, we'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.